Hey everyone, thank you so much for stopping back to my channel. If you are new here, welcome. My name is Mindy, and here on my channel you will find mostly speed builds, but I also do let's plays, challenges, game reviews, and we'll talk about tutorials later. But if you enjoy my videos, please be sure to give them a big thumbs up, subscribe to my channel, and as always, let me know what you think in the comments down below, because I welcome your opinion and your criticisms as long as you are nice. So let's talk about this video. This video was due to come out weeks ago. I'm just behind. I'm very behind, okay? So I actually have been working over Zoom, and now I'm working in person at a school. I do reading intervention, and so it's been a struggle because I have been a stay-at-home mom for 4 years, and now I'm working. And yeah, it's been a really big change in trying to adjust to that schedule. On top of that, you guys know that I struggle with narcolepsy, and so I was coming home and crashing at 5 and not getting up until 6 the next morning. And so it really just became a really big struggle for me to get, you know, housework done and spend time with my kids and my husband and my family, and, you know, do things around the house, let alone focus on The Sims. It was kind of my last priority, and it is something that I was concerned about, was how my channel would function with me working more now, and I kind of got a taste of it. So I hope within the next few months I could really get my schedule down, and hopefully you know, with my narcolepsy, I do have treated narcolepsy. However, changes in routines are very rough on me. So hopefully as my routine continues, my body will adjust a little bit and I'll be able to start getting more builds out on time. So yeah, I do apologize about that, but it is what it is. And then on top of that, I got sick, and it was just, it's been a busy month, guys. So here we are. Okay, last month was Hispanic Heritage Month, and to celebrate that, the Sims team gave us a ton of, not a ton, gave us a few free items, and they're really nice items for Hispanic Heritage Month, and they are so beautiful. They are colorful. We got a vase, we got a table, we got some chairs, we got a barbecue, and I think a few other items. We also got 3 articles of clothes or something. I can't quite remember, but anyways, it was in a base game update, so everybody does have these items for free as long as you updated your game, so please make sure that you do so. But yeah, I was really inspired by them, and I decided to build a Hispanic home. Now, this is something that I don't build often, and so it was a really big struggle for me, and, you know, often taking breaks and quitting and then coming back to it. You know, it took me, I've been working on this for weeks. I'm ashamed to say that, because I would work on a little bit and then move on. But I have to be honest with you, I struggled with this house, and I don't know why. I looked at a ton of pictures on Pinterest, and I really just wanted to capture the essence of the Hispanic heritage. And I don't know too much about Hispanic heritage, if I'm being completely honest, and I'm ashamed to say that. I should know a little bit more, and it's definitely something that I should look into a little bit more. I looked into it while I was building, and my kids go to a private Catholic school. There are a ton of Hispanic children there, and so I have gotten to know a few of the parents, and it's been really great to be introduced to that. And it's really great that my kids go to a school where at the Christmas program they say lines in English and then they say lines in Spanish. I think it's wonderful. My kids have learned to speak Spanish just from other kids who speak Spanish, and they just pick it up, and it amazes me. We also have a mom that on the Christmas programs, the kids' Christmas programs, they actually own a restaurant here in the town that I work in, and I very loosely based the Sim family off of them. And so for the Christmas program, this mom would make a ton of tamales and bring them in, and we would eat them at the Christmas program, and they were so good. And I was like, I am so thankful for moms out there who make batches of tamales to bring in for a Christmas program. But anyways, you know, I've made a ton of friends, or a few friends I should say, so I know a little bit about the Hispanic culture. Again, not as much as I wish that I knew. And so I hope that this house kind of captures that. And I hope that if you are of Hispanic heritage, that you can look at this and be like, yeah, I think she really captured the essence of our culture. So that's kind of what I was going for. And I think that's why I struggled a little bit, but it's really interesting. I would start a room and actually take a break and then come back. And then it was like when I came back, my creative juices started flowing, and I would be like my mind was like going so fast that like I couldn't even like process, like I wasn't pulling items out of the catalog fast enough. But yeah, it was like my creative juices just started flowing once I took a break, and things just came together. And this is a very bright home. And with as much as I struggled with this home, this house is absolutely beautiful. Probably one of my favorite homes I think I've ever built. It's so colorful. It's so fun, but it's so cozy. I love the way that it's built. It is built a little bit differently. It has 2 bedrooms downstairs and a bedroom upstairs, along with a rec room upstairs. So it's a very different shaped house. Sorry guys, I got something in my throat a minute ago, but it's a very, the house shape is very different than what I normally do. And I really like that. I really like kind of like stepping out of my comfort zone and using all these different bright colors. So yeah, I struggled in almost every single room. Actually, I think probably every single room I struggled in. Here in the living room right now, I was kind of struggling, and I actually take a break and move on to the kitchen, but I cut that out for you guys. I also cut out cluttering the kitchen because this is such a long video. It's already 33 minutes. And so I had to cut some things out, but I actually cut out where I left the living room for a while and came back because I just couldn't figure out the color scheme. And it was like, I came back to it after decorating the kitchen a little bit, and it just like came together like that. And that's kind of how all the rooms work. Like the bedrooms especially, I struggled with. Excuse me, I don't know, like listen, I woke up this morning at like 4 in the morning with the worst indigestion in the whole entire world. I haven't had indigestion like that since I was pregnant. I'm obviously not pregnant. I can't get pregnant. I had a hysterectomy, but man, it just reminded me of that. I was like, why am I struggling? And so like all day I feel like I've been like burping and I feel really gross. I was like even debating like, should I do this voiceover today? But I'm home alone, and I'm like, you know what? I'm just gonna go for it. So I apologize for my bodily functions. But yeah, I don't know what that's all about. I must have eaten something. But anyways, this is the living room, and I love how colorful it is. At first, I was going to go for a like orange and yellow kind of color scheme, and then I ended up going for like a blue. I think it's like blue and orange, and it just turned out really, really pretty. And then in the kitchen, there's like a yellow color scheme, which again, I cut out me adding in the smaller decorations. So like the clutter items I cut out because I thought you guys will see it like when it's finished. There'll be screenshots at the end. So you know, I just wanted to be able to keep this video kind of short, and even so, it's like 30 minutes long, and sometimes I struggle getting through other people's videos that are 30 minutes long, so I know what that's like, and I don't want people to like have to struggle to get through my videos. So I really sincerely hope that this is entertaining to you. But moving on, here we are in the dining room. Now, when you first enter, you kind of walk into the dining room, and I don't know why I did that. I don't know why I set it up like that. I'm not really sure, but it works. Like there's plenty of space when you first walk in for like an entry, a place to like hang your coats, and then there's still space for a full dining room, including like a high chair. So I feel like it worked out pretty well, even though it's kind of like, I don't really want to walk into a dining room, but the whole layout of the house is very different than what I'm used to. So here we are back in the living room again, just looking for a few extra things to add to the living room to make it pop a little bit more. And this is when I was like everything just started coming together, and I was like, wow, this is amazing. Like, what's going on, Mindii? Like, I don't know. I guess I just needed to take a little break. I get really frustrated with those cactuses because they don't clip to like tables or shelves. And so because of that, they don't clip to the red shelf, and I can never get them on the right height to a table, and it really, really frustrates me because I absolutely love those little cactuses, and I thought they were perfect for this home. and I just couldn't get them to clip. So that was a little bit frustrating, but yeah, so I went with like a blue and orange in here, and every room has kind of their own color scheme, and I think some of them probably kind of repeat a little bit. I was like, the main colors to me was orange, blue, yellow, and green, and red, and so it was kind of hard to like stick to just those colors, but at the same time make everything unique. And I don't know, man, guys, I'm patting myself on the back right now because I love this house. I love how it turned out. I'm just like, I don't know. I'm for struggling as much as I did, I'm so happy with the way it turned out. I almost bulldozed this and just didn't do anything with it. So I'm pretty pleased that I was able to continue. So here we are back in the dining room. Of course, we have this main table. I wanted to add plenty of shelving. I don't know why. I just felt like I needed to add a lot of shelves. So I put this little, like, is it called, a curio cabinet? I'm not sure exactly what it's called, but it's like a place where you store like your fine china. And yeah, then I put these tables next to them and just put a bunch of like decor on them, and it's very warm and inviting. I feel like these are like their collections if they go to I don't know, maybe they're from Salvadorada and they just visit, or I don't know, maybe they just bring things back. I'm not quite sure, but this family definitely collects a lot, and this is definitely a cluttered house because you guys know me. So oh, speaking of this family, so this family actually owns a restaurant. Again, I told you it was kind of loosely based on somebody I knew in real life. When I say loosely based, I mean they look nothing like them. It's just the fact that they both own a restaurant. Sorry, I just hit my microphone. Sorry if you hear that. But yeah, so this family owns a restaurant. They have 2 kids and 1 on the way. They've got a teenage daughter, and she is very proud of her heritage. You'll see that reflected in her bedroom. And then they have a toddler son and a baby on the way. So the kids sleep downstairs and the parents sleep upstairs, which is a little bit, I don't know, like I was really like going back and forth because I was like, well, what if the baby cries? Like they're gonna have to go downstairs, or the baby's gonna sleep upstairs. I don't know, like I kind of went back and forth on it, but in the end I really wanted to do something different than what I normally do, so I just kind of stepped out of my comfort zone a little bit and decided to go with that. But the toddler and the baby will share a bedroom, so you'll see that it is decorated for a nursery. And then the daughter, she's very proud of her heritage, but she also loves to knit. So I tried to give everybody a little bit of the activities. I feel like the parents are both very big into cooking, and so that's kind of like their hobby. They love to cook, they love recipes. I created a little space where you could plant, but not really much of a garden. And now that I'm thinking of it, I probably should have added one, but there's really not a lot of grass space, which you'll see when I do the backyard. Actually, I don't think you guys get to see the backyard. I cut that out. Sorry. But anyways, there's really not that much grass space for a like proper garden, which I guess would have been really nice since they love to cook. So I don't know. I suppose you could rearrange a few things or even take out the pool if you wanted to create a garden. It's totally up to you. So here I am working in the nursery / toddler's room. This is a trick that I learned from Sim Lissy, who I believe she learned from somebody else. I will figure out who the original creator is and definitely credit them on there. And let you guys know who came up with that. There's also a version that is usable. So like they end up, I'll tag that video too, because there's a version of making this crib where you add like an actual baby crib and it's usable. So that's really nice. I will tag that video in this at the end of this video so you guys can watch that. Here I am with the rugs. I was trying to like raise up the rugs to make it look like a blanket in the bed, but because those woven rugs that we got with, was it Nifty Knitting, I think? Not Nifty Knitting. Where did those come from? I don't remember. Maybe Eco Lifestyle. I don't know. Anyways, yeah, here I am trying to do that. But anyways, I'll put directions at the end. But anyways, I was trying to raise up those rugs to make it look like a blanket. So as it stands, this crib is not usable, but again, I will add directions. I'll add a video that has directions to that. I will also credit the original creator of that baby crib. in my video, so you guys can go check out their videos as well. But yeah, it was just today that I saw somebody released a version of that baby crib that is actually playable, which is really nice. So moving on to the teenager's room, I again struggled with her room, and as you can see, I struggled with the toddler's room too. That's why I left and went to the teenager's room. I knew that I wanted this teenager to be very proud of her heritage, and maybe she wants to move back to where she's from someday. Or maybe she wants to be a historian, or maybe she's just really big into the history of where she's from. Either way, she's very proud of her culture, and so I wanted her bedroom to reflect that. So again, I struggled. Normally what I like to do is take a piece of furniture that I know I want in the bedroom and base the colors off of that furniture. So a lot of times it's a bed. If I find a swatch of a bed that maybe has like pink and blue in it, I tend to base the room colors off of pink and blue. With this room, I struggled quite a lot, but I love how it turns out in the end, and you guys are definitely going to see me struggle, but the end result I just think is so pretty. So this girl, she again loves her culture, but she also loves to knit, and I think she likes makeup. She's probably really girly, but at the same time I feel like she's really down to earth. Like, she's not like airheaded or like, I don't know, like Mean Girls or anything like that. I feel like she's a really down to earth, like friendly person. She's very smart and knowledgeable. I think she gets really good grades, but she also likes to be a little bit girly. She loves her makeup and her pretty clothes and stuff like that. So that's kind of my idea for her. So I tried to make everything, like the furniture, like reflect her personality, and I think do I keep these colors? I feel like I changed these colors, but I could be wrong. So I added a TV over here on her dresser. I don't know why. I don't normally do that, mainly because I had a nanny who kept turning on the TV while my Sims were sleeping and waking them up. So I don't normally put TVs in bedrooms, but I decided to put one in her bedroom for some reason. And then over here I add this gorgeous mirror, and I end up changing that later because I put a beautiful wardrobe in here. But I love this little mirror. Like, I don't really know what you call it. It's like a separator or a divider, room divider, where she can like dress in private, and she's got her little mirror there, and I just really love that. I love the colors. I just thought it was really pretty, and like I said, I do end up putting a gorgeous wardrobe in here, which you'll see. I don't even know if you guys will see later or not, but I also fill up her room with a bunch of different little fairy lights, and I make them multicolored. I think they're gorgeous. And then I just clutter up her desk a little bit, and then I also clutter up the little end table that's in front of her windows. So she doesn't have like a proper end table like you would normally do, but I'm trying to like step out and make my rooms look a little bit more unique. I also wanted to make sure she had a bookcase, and so I don't have a huge like proper bookcase in here, but I do have some book stands. I feel like she does read a lot, probably about her culture, or maybe culture similar to her, or maybe she's just into cultures in general, and so she studies all of them. I love the colors of her room, and here I am just trying to find some proper curtains to fit in, and then I clutter up this little end table, which again I love. I love this room so much. I think I put down a rug, and I do like a yellow and blue one, I believe, and again those rugs, don't remember where they're from. I want to say Eco Lyso, but maybe it's like Nifty Knitting. I don't remember. But I put down some rugs in here, and I feel like it just ties the room all in together. It's so cute. I love the yellows and the oranges. These are pictures that look like they could be more from like Italy, but I don't know. I just pretend that they're, you know, maybe from wherever she lives. Over here, I add some more clutter to the dresser. I add some makeup and a remote. Of course, you gotta have a remote. I remember when I was younger having a TV in my room and always just having my little remote on my nightstand. I don't know if that was just me, but yeah, I always had my little remote on my nightstand. I was the oldest child, and my brothers, they got a TV in their room, but it wasn't like, they didn't have cable like I did. Like they didn't have, well, I guess it was like satellite. They didn't have satellite like I did, so I thought I was like pretty cool because, you know, I was the oldest. So yeah. So I also decided to put this hobby board in here. I don't know, I thought maybe she just puts different treasures or just like random things that she makes on that little hobby board. So I do the bathrooms and the laundry room off camera. Here we are back in the toddler's room, and as you can see, it kind of came together, but it was a struggle, and I don't know why. I kind of divided the room into two parts. So we've kind of got the nursery area over here where I created a changing table, the crib, and the rocking chair, and then over here we have like the little toddler area, and I end up doing, I think, orange and blue for him. And I just love how it all came together. Again, it was a struggle, but it's like I came back to it and it just like snapped in place and everything just worked out. So I'm really proud of this room. I love this room. I love the pillows in the little crib. That crib trick, amazing. Oh my goodness, it is amazing. So yeah, kudos to the person who did that. Again, I will credit that person in my video, and I will link the other video at the end of my video so you guys can check it out too. So yeah, I just fell in love with this room, even though I struggled and struggled, but I think everything came together really good. I went with like this orange and blue color scheme, and I love the little rug, and it's just, I love that the room's divided. I put some shelves up here, but I did kind of struggle with what kind of shelves I wanted to use, and I do end up flipping them for the shelves that came with, I think, kid room stuff. They have like rainbows on them and you can change them. And so I swapped them out for, I think like it has like little blocks on them, and I think it's so cute. But I just adore that room. You didn't get to see the finished product, but you will in the screenshots, so stay tuned for that. Moving upstairs, there's actually a rec room upstairs, and it is attached to the parents' bedroom, who also has a master bathroom. I cut the rec room out because it was a struggle. And then I had to cut out the rest of it because I wanted you guys to see the landscaping. And so it was either show you the rec room or show you the landscaping. And to me, I just wanted you to see the landscaping because I feel like it all ties together. So you'll see the rec room in the pictures. Don't worry. But I just really wanted you to see how I pulled the front area together. So it'll just be like a house of a little bit of surprises, where you can see each room is a little bit finished if you download this or if you look at the screenshots. So yeah, I hope that does not bother you too much, or I don't know, just like turn you away. But I don't know how people make their videos so short. I don't know if it's just because I'm so indecisive when I build that my videos take longer. I don't know. Oh goodness, excuse me. I apologize. I have been sick. It's a whole thing. So anyways, working on the parents' room, I went with like a blue and yellow color scheme in here, and do forgive me, I was having issues with my mouse. I think my mouse batteries were dying, so I had to change the batteries like in the middle of decorating this room. And again, with this room, there's kind of like the sleeping area, and then there's this little changing area. And I can't remember if I end up putting a divider in here or not. I don't remember. But when I was decorating this room, I had a lot of fun. I decided to put a chimney in here. It's a blue chimney. It just matches the colors. And I used that wardrobe over there in the corner. And that's actually the wardrobe that I put in the daughter's room in a different swatch color. So you guys will see that again at the end. I wanted to put candles around the fireplace. I imagine that maybe they don't like use the fireplace, or maybe it's not usable, or I don't know, maybe they just like the candles. Again, that's totally up to you guys. You know how you play. I just like the ambience of it, like lighting all the candles. And this family actually has a lot of candles in their room, and it's probably a fire hazard, but you know, it is what it is. I love this room. It's very eclectic feeling to me, but this is the room where I feel like most of the culture is kind of brought out. So I actually make this, it's kind of, I don't want to say shrine, but when I say shrine, I feel like some people really like misuse the word shrine. So I create kind of this little area for the mother in this house. Her mother passed away and she used to live with them, and she was just an elder. She was very respected in the community, and so they have this little area over here on the side. You guys will see me creating it here in a minute. Hopefully I didn't cut it out. Of just a little area where they can go and kind of celebrate her mother's life, or the kids' grandmother's life, and they can kind of mourn. Excuse me, guys, I apologize. They can kind of mourn their grandmother, mother, and it's just a nice little place. And I thought that it was like really cute because I shouldn't say cute. I thought that it was really nice because I have seen that reflected in a lot of some of the culture that I've seen with the Hispanic culture, and so that was something that I wanted to create for my Sims as well. And so here I am just pulling out a few items that I thought would look really nice on the shelf that I put over here for the mother. Of course, I get an urn, and I put this little box. Like, I thought maybe the box had like just different treasures or like jewelry that belonged to the mother, and then I stuck some of these like skulls over here and kind of imagined that they were for like is it called Day of the Dead? I believe Day of the Dead, I think. Correct me if I'm wrong. I definitely apologize if I am wrong. I will fix it. I will edit this, but yeah, I kind of put these skulls over here. I thought they kind of like I don't know, were reminiscent of that. And yeah, so there I am adding the urn and just these little candles, and I thought it was just a really nice place. I've seen a lot of pictures like on Pinterest who kind of people had these like little areas where they could go and, you know, celebrate the life of their loved ones who have passed on. So again, I hope if I am saying any of that incorrect, that you guys can please give me some constructive criticism down below and let me know the correct way to say that, or if it comes off offensive, which I really, really hope that it doesn't. I just ask that you correct me instead of yelling at me. So I did my best to research before I did this, and then I also felt like I've begun researching a lot of Japanese culture as well for the upcoming pack, which I haven't even talked about. Oh my goodness. We'll talk about that in a minute. So I've done a lot of research for Japanese culture, and I've read a ton of articles on how different houses are set up and proper etiquette in, you know, Japan. And yeah, so I've been reading a lot about that, and I felt like I started to like blend their styles for a minute, and I was like, wait a minute, I'm getting confused here. But I definitely, the last thing I want to do is upset anybody or offend anybody. So please, if I have done that, just correct me in the comments down below. I appreciate it. So here we are moving outside. This is the little, what is it called? What are those things called? Is it, why can't I think of it? Is it a pagoda? Or am I thinking, am I getting my Japanese culture mixed up again? What are they called? Anyways, we got it with the update, and so I stuck it in the front, and I wanted this little seating area, and I loved this fountain. So I put this fountain out front, and I thought maybe they come out here and sit or read a book in the morning or have their morning coffee, and they just listen to the water from the fountain. And I thought it would be really nice. You know, maybe they live on like a quiet street, or maybe it reminds them of Salvadorada or wherever they used to live. So I just wanted to add that, and I also wanted to add just like a ton of decor. I put some vines growing up the wall. I thought that it looked really good and pretty natural. These flowers, these purple flower vines that are going up the wall, are also going up the pagoda. It's not a pagoda. What is it? Hang on a minute. Okay, it is a pavilion or a gazebo. I'm not quite sure. I think there's like several words for it. I think I was saying pagoda because I definitely have the Japanese culture in mind, so I do apologize about that. But yeah, it's actually like a pavilion or a gazebo. I'll look at the description in the Sims and see what it actually, like what the Sims actually calls it, and I'll put the name up there. But yeah, I put one of those outside. I put some lights out there. I just wanted some vines growing up. I wanted plants everywhere. I love how the green, just like with all of the different colored flowers and the different colors in the furniture, I feel like it just made this whole just area pop, and I love it. It's so beautiful at night. Oh my goodness, I love this house at night. I put tons of lights out here, again, tons of shrubbery and cacti and just different vines growing up the trees or growing up the walls. So I think it looks really nice, but I definitely want your opinion. If you guys have been around for a while, you know that landscaping is something that I have actually struggled with for a little bit. So when I did this, I was pretty proud of it. I did not use a ton of plants from the debug menu. I've been doing that a lot lately. I am finally getting to the point where I can look at the debug menu and like I know where certain items are. Like I'm starting to get a little bit more familiar with it, but I still struggle with how it's scattered everywhere. I think I read somewhere that the tool mod actually does something to like separate them or put them in categories. I have not done my research on how to make that work. I apologize. My dog is like scratching in the back every time I record. He does this, like he's always like scratching himself in the background, and I'm like, why? Like you literally sleep all day, and the one time I record you want to get up and scratch. Anyways, yeah, so like I did not use a ton of debug plants. I'm sorry, I hit my microphone again. I talk with my hands. But yeah, I think the plants that I picked from the Build By catalog look pretty good. I also used these hanging plants to line the top of the fence. I don't know why I got the idea, but I felt that it looked really good. And there's even little like hooks on the back that looked like they are hooked around the top of that fence. So yeah, I was pretty proud of that. I thought it looked really cute. It added to that greenery, which makes all of the color in the furniture just pop, I think. And yeah, there's this little porch up front, or this little like a deck area where you first enter, and I put some plants up there, and of course some seating and lights all around, so you guys didn't see me do that. But again, there's just so much to look at in this front yard, and it might be a little bit busy for some people. Maybe it's a little bit too busy, I don't know, but I feel like it's really reflective of the house, and I really wanted that. So yeah, you guys can see that. So we are coming to the end of this video. I do apologize you don't get to see the backyard. It'll be a surprise, but it is in the screenshots. There's a pool out there and some places for kids to play. There is an outdoor kitchen, as well as some outdoor seating and a table out there for your Sims. So there's plenty to do in this house, as well as a flower arranging table. I believe there is an easel outside and some planter boxes. So with all of that being said, I hope you guys enjoyed this video. Again, please let me know what you think in the description box down below. I will tag all of the people that I need to tag, like the crib simmers. I will tag the video of how to make a usable crib, and I will also tag the person who originally came up with the idea. So yeah, with all of that being said, I hope you guys enjoyed this video. Please let me know what you think in the comments down below. I am open to constructive criticism, and I will see you guys next time. Bye!